Over the past few weeks, one of the major storylines to begin the NFL season has been about the play of second-year wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. Since coming out of Ohio State University, he has been one of the most hyped and anticipated wide receivers coming out of the draft. He also comes from football royalty, as his father, Marvin Harrison Sr., was one of the greatest wide receivers to ever play the game, ultimately ending up in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. In the 2024 draft, the Cardinals selected Marvin Harrison Jr., and expectations were high, as he was brought in to help Kyler Murray. Harrison Jr. had a good rookie season that featured some ups and downs throughout the season. His first game, he recorded only one catch for 4 yards, and I remember at the time the media was quick to overreact. But Harrison put those talks to an end. As his second career game, he recorded 4 catches, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns in a win over the Rams. However, after week 2, he would only have 2 more games with over 90 yards for the rest of the season, while finishing 7 games in his rookie year with under 50 yards, not counting the game against the Packers as he left the game early due to concussion. He finished his rookie year with 62 receptions, 885 yards, and 8 touchdowns, and had a quality first year in the NFL. But some members of the media felt he didn't live up to the hype, as he was overshadowed by other rookie pass catchers such as Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, and Ladd McConkey. And side note, to be honest, this was one of the best batch of rookie pass catchers in a single draft class in a while that I could remember. After a solid start to his rookie year, it seemed that it would only go up from there, as another offseason with Kyler would help improve their chemistry. Additionally, Harrison was locked in during the offseason after his rookie year, as he gained 11 pounds and mostly muscle, as the difference was night and day. Harrison stated that he felt great and felt even a little more faster, powerful, and stronger, and that he was ready to showcase it. He also credited his weight gain to a new workout and diet approach, which included a bigger breakfast. And with a year of experience in the league, another year working with Kyler Murray, and the added muscle, many people, and myself included, believe Harrison would take a massive leap in his second year. In week 1 of the 2025 season, Harrison got off to a better start than his previous week 1 in his rookie year, starting the year off with a 45-yard catch. And on that same drive, the Cardinals got down to the 1-yard line, and on second and goal, Kyler hit Marvin Harrison Jr. for his first touchdown of the season. Harrison finished week 1 of the 2025 season with 5 receptions, 71 yards, and 1 touchdown against the Saints. The next week would be a bit of a step back, as he only finished with 2 receptions and 27 yards against the Panthers. But the Cardinals were still able to get the win, improving to 2-0. Through 2 weeks, Harrison only had 11 targets, and when asked about the lack of targets...
Yeah, that's a silly conversation, really. We're 2-0. That's the most important thing. I got two big games coming out, one big game this week, so that's really my only focus.
However, we would really see the shift in week 3 as the Cardinals headed to San Francisco to face a tough 49ers defense. Harrison would start the game with a 6-yard catch for a first down early in the second quarter, but wouldn't see another target until the second half. His next target was on 1st and 10 with Kyler Murray facing some pressure, but found the wide open Marvin Harrison Jr. Unfortunately for Harrison, he had dropped the pass, and All-Pro linebacker Fred Warner let him know about it. At this point in the game, the score was 6-6, and this play could have really changed the tide in the game. Luckily, the Cardinals were able to put up points on the drive, but only settled for 3. Harrison would redeem himself 2 drives later on a 32-yard pass from Kyler Murray, then drawing a 33-yard defensive pass interference that put Arizona on the 1-yard line. And that led to a touchdown, tying the game. Unfortunately, the Cardinals were not able to win this game, as they would lose a heartbreaker to the 49ers, 16-15. After the game, Harrison was hard on himself after his Week 3 performance.
That's a lot of emotion. Just disappointed, really. I know what I put into the game, so it doesn't feel the best. Everybody got a job to do. I'm not doing my job at a high enough level at the moment.
It was clear that Harrison was filled with a lot of emotion, as this was supposed to be the year he takes a big leap, but through 3 weeks was not where he wanted to be. And on a short week, he had to put that performance behind him, as they would host the 2-1 Seattle Seahawks in a division matchup on Thursday night. This primetime matchup would be a good opportunity to change the perception and get back on track for Harrison. But the first half for Harrison couldn't have started any worse. In the second drive of the game, Kyler Murray was trying to find Harrison across the middle of the field, but it seemed there was a miscommunication as Harrison stopped on his route and the ball was intercepted. Luckily for the Cardinals, while Kobe Bryant had intercepted the pass, his teammate accidentally crashed into him, resulting in a fumble that the Cardinals recovered. In the next quarter, with the score 7-3, with the ball in the Seattle 33, Kyler found Marvin on a slant on 3rd down. While Harrison had his hands on the ball, he bobbled it, trying to bring it in, and once again, the ball was intercepted. At this point, it was clear that something was going on with Harrison Jr., as these drops were uncharacteristic for the undoubtedly skilled wide receiver, with many people online already giving up on him, and others speculated on what the problem could be. Could it be the chemistry between Kyler and him was damaged? Was it the pressure living up to his dad's legacy? Similar to what Bronny goes through with the media, always comparing him to his father. Or even a fiction example with Sam Flynn in the Tron franchise, with Sam living in the shadows of his father's genius and successful company. Or could it have been some kind of mental block in his own head, similar to what happens to Peter Parker in the 2004 film Spider-Man 2. After losing his gifted abilities, Peter heads to the doctors for a physical, suspecting that something may be wrong with him. However, the doctor checks Peter and assures him everything is fine, but later tells him what he thinks may be the problem with Peter.
You seem very okay to me. My diagnosis? It's up here.
I know I went a bit off script there and maybe over-speculated on the last one, and it may just be an injury that we're not aware of. But you never know what someone's going through, and when I first saw what was happening to Harrison, that was the first thing that came to mind, to be honest. However, even though it seemed like the sky was falling, the game was not over. Seattle had seemed to take control of this game up 17-3, but late in the third quarter, Murray had found Harrison for a 16-yard pass near the sideline into Seattle territory. The Cardinals would get a field goal on that drive, but so would Seattle on their next. The score was 20-6 with 9 minutes left in the fourth. The Cardinals would need to get a touchdown if they wanted to stay in this game. And after a 30-yard scramble from Murray, the offense would seem to gain momentum and get into the red zone. But on 2nd and goal from the Seattle 16, this next play would change everything.
Murray to the end zone, reaching up, Harrison has it. Touchdown.
That is so much more.
Even with everything that had been piling up over the past few weeks, the lack of targets, the drops, Marvin Harrison Jr. never stopped playing. He never checked out, and he stepped up when Kyler and the Cardinals needed him to. Through adversity, Harrison persevered, and not only did that tough catch in traffic put the Cardinals back into the game, but it seemed to be exactly what Harrison needed to remind himself what he's capable of. The Cardinals would get the ball back with the score 20-13 and a chance to tie this game up. And when Kyler needed him on 3rd and 5, Harrison showed up again near the left sideline for an 18-yard pass at the Seattle 7-yard line. And on 2nd down, Kyler hit his running back for a 7-yard pass that tied the game up 20-20. After what was a nightmarish start for Harrison and the Cardinals in the first half, Harrison and the Cardinals kept fighting and were able to come back and tie this game with 28 seconds left. Now, unfortunately for the Cardinals, Sam Darnold was able to find JSN for a 22-yard pass that put Seattle in field goal range. And with 4 seconds in the game, after sniffing a smelling salt, Jason Myers hit a 52-yard field goal to win the game for Seattle. Now, even though the Cardinals lost, in this game, Harrison seemed to regain his confidence and may be moving in a brighter direction moving forward. Now, I'm not saying everything will be sunshine and rainbows moving forward, but if you're a Cardinals fan, or if you drafted Marvin Harrison in fantasy, I don't think you have to worry about Harrison moving forward, as he's shown that even when times seem tough, that he'll continue to persevere through and keep playing till the end. At the end of the day, I'm really rooting for Marvin Harrison Jr. As the talent, work ethic, and skills are there, it just needs to be all put together. And I'm sure throughout the season, he'll prove that to all of us. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about Marvin Harrison Jr. moving forward and how important this game was